Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's a give to Spears. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing here, Rudolph. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Rudolph. He's got his target. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Pollard will take it up the gut. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 8. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. On the toss, it's Spears. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Pollard will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Nick Folk for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a first throw here in overtime. And that is nearly intercepted. Oh, that would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, it's just second down.
And that's one you might look back on as being a turning point. If he holds on to that, this game's over. But that's going to give this offense a second lease on life, and you can't afford to do that here in overtime.
2nd and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he would get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 3rd down and 7. Here's Penix. That's caught by Pitts. And he takes this almost to midfield. So they needed a pretty good size play, and they got it. Throwing on 1st down is Penix. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go. Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun, Penix. Forced out to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And looking to throw, Penix. Touchdown! Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point attempt to come here. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Bijan Robinson.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
Now Rudolph on 1st down.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine. Down the sideline he goes.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Atlanta.